Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be discussing is about the polysaccharides. So polysaccharides, they contain a large number of monosaccharides, which are units which are joined together by the glycosidic linkages. They are the most commonly encountered carbohydrates in the nature. They mainly act as the food storage or structural materials. So this is what the polysaccharides, the standard definition of what is a polysaccharide. The examples of polysaccharides include the starch, cellulose, and glycogen. So this is what the examples are. Now, what are the importance of carbohydrates here, or the importance of polysaccharides? So the carbohydrates is they are essential for the life for both the plants as well as the animals. They form a major portion of our food, and honey has been used for a long time as an instant source of energy by the Veds in the Ayurvedic system of the medicines. So if we talk about carbohydrates, because carbohydrates has been further divided into three parts, that is the monosaccharides, the oligosaccharides, and the polysaccharides. So first we will be discussing is about the carbohydrates. So let's see this, that carbohydrates, they are considered as the major source of food, and it's an important form of energy for most of the living organisms, whether it is plants or it is animals. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. So they are made up of the three atoms, the carbon, the hydrogen, and the oxygen. They have two categories which the carbohydrates have been divided. They are the aldehydes as well as the ketones. So there are the two basic compounds that a carbohydrate is made up of. Now the carbohydrates have been further divided into these parts: the monosaccharides, the disaccharides, and the polysaccharides. So here the oligosaccharides are also there. Oligosaccharides have been further divided into disaccharides, trisaccharides, and tetrasaccharides, but here we are writing it as the monosaccharides, disaccharides, and the polysaccharides. Here we will not be discussing all of these in detail, but we will be discussing the polysaccharides in detail, that what are polysaccharides. So let's discuss this. So polysaccharides, if we talk about, they are a major classes of the biomolecules. They are long chain of carbohydrate molecules, and it is composed of very smaller monosaccharides. So these complex biomolecule function as an important source of energy in the animal cell, and they form a structural component in the plant cell. So it can be a homosaccharides or a heterosaccharides depending on the type of the monosaccharides. So these polysaccharides, they have further been divided into the homosaccharides and the heterosaccharides. So let's discuss this, that what are the characteristics of the polysaccharides. The characteristics are that they are not sweet in taste. So they are not sweet in taste. They are not soluble in water. They are insoluble in water. They are hydrophobic in nature. They will not dissolve in water, so they will be hydrophobic in nature. They do not form crystals on desiccation. They will not form. They can be extracted to form a white powder. They are high molecular weight carbohydrates. They have a very high molecular weight. So inside the cell, they are very compact and osmotically inactive, but inside the cell, they are very compact. They consist of, as carbohydrates consist of the hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen atoms, same will be the polysaccharides consist of, because carbohydrates is only divided into three parts. So they have the same composition, the hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen atoms. The hydrogen oxygen ratio here is 2:1. So there is a 2:1 ratio which has been depicted in the polysaccharides. Now the polysaccharides, as I was telling you, it has been divided into two parts: the homopolysaccharides and the heteropolysaccharides. Now what are these? So first we will be discussing is the homopolysaccharides. So homopolysaccharides, they are the polysaccharides that contain the same type of monosaccharides. So what the homo means same type. So there is a word homo in this. So same type of polysaccharides which are there. So polysaccharides, they are made up of different types of monosaccharides, and some of the important polysaccharides are, what are some of the important polysaccharides? They are glycogen, cellulose, starch and inulin. So what are these? Glycogen, it is made up of a large chain of molecules and it is found in the animals and the fungi. If we talk about cellulose, it is the cell wall of the plants which is made up of cellulose and it comprises of long chain of beta glycosides. If we talk about starch, it is formed by the condensation of the amylose and the amylopectin. Where it is found? It is found in the plants, the fruits and the seeds. If we talk about inulin, it is made up of number of fructose molecules which is linked together in the chain. It is found in tubers of the dahlia flower. So this is what the homosaccharides is. Now, so the next which we will be talking about is the heteropolysaccharides. So what are heteropolysaccharides? Hetero, which means they are containing different. They are different. They are containing different types of monosaccharides, and this is known as the heteropolysaccharides. Some of the important heteropolysaccharides are, so these are the heparin, hydronolic acid, then chondroitin 4 sulfate and gamma globulin. So these are all the four categories or four types of heteropolysaccharides. Now first we will be discussing is the heparin. So it is made up of D-glucuronic acid and it is made up of many other constituents and it is largely distributed in the mast cells and the blood. So where they are distributed in the blood and as well as in the mast cells. So they are distributed in both of these. Now hyaluronic acid. So it is found in the connective tissues of the skin. So they are found in the connective tissues of the skin. The next is this. Where it is found, it is present in the cartilages. So it is present in the cartilages. Next is gamma globulin. Gamma globulin, it is found in the blood. So they are found in the blood. So these are some of the important heteropolysaccharides. Next is, what are the functions of these polysaccharides? So first of all, they store the energy. So the carbohydrates, they help in the storage of the energy. So is the polysaccharides. So they store the energy in the organism. So due to the presence of multiple hydrogen bonds, the water cannot invade the molecules, making them hydrophobic. They allow changes in the concentration gradient which influences the uptake of nutrients and water by the cells. So there are many polysaccharides which become covalently bonded with the lipids and proteins and they form the glycolipids and glycoproteins. So these both, the glycoproteins as well as the glycolipids, they send messages or signals between and within the cells. They provide and support to the cell. The cell wall of the plants, it is made up of polysaccharide, cellulose, and it provides support to the cell wall of the plant. In insects and fungi, what is there? Chitin plays an important role in providing support to the extracellular matrix around the cell. So these are all the important functions of the polysaccharides. Now these are some of the references.